Another morning. The line of the sun rushes towards us at 900 miles an hour or so. I hope you slept well last night. I hope you disappeared completely for some hours and that you had really restorative sleep. Quite a blessing when it happens, isn't it? So I'm Robert Beatty. I'm coming to you from Portland, Oregon. This is a broadcast of the Portland Insight Meditation Community, a blossoming of the lineage of Theravadan Buddhism through Burma, U Ba Khin, Ruth Denison. And I have a poem for us this morning. This is really one of the long-time favorites for me. It's short, roomy. I stayed in Konya on a pilgrimage to Rumi's tomb and his school. I stayed in the Rumi guest house. Keep walking, though there is no place to get to. Don't try to see through the distances. That's not for human beings. Move within, but don't move the way fear makes you move. Today, like every other day, we wake up empty and frightened. Don't open the door to the library and start reading. Take down your dulcimer. Let the beauty we love be what we do. There are hundreds of ways to kneel and to kiss the ground. There are hundreds of ways to kneel and kiss the ground. Keep walking, though there is really no place to get to. Don't try to see through the distances. That's not for human beings. Move within, but don't move the way fear makes you move. Today, like every other day, we wake up empty and frightened. Don't open the door to the library and start reading. Take down your dulcimer. Let the beauty we love be what we do. There are hundreds of ways to kneel and to kiss the ground. There are hundreds of ways to kneel and to kiss the ground. Life will call to us strongly today. There will be responsibilities, opportunities for pleasure and pain, service, generosity. Let us remind ourselves of the refuges to our higher angels. Let's remind ourselves of where we really can take refuge in this utterly changing world. I take refuge in the Buddha, the one who shows me the way in this life. Namo Buddhaya, Namo Buddhaya. Namo Buddhaya. I take refuge in the Dharma, the way of understanding and love. Namo Dharmaya, Namo Dharmaya, Namo Dharmaya. I take refuge in the Sangha, the community of mindful harmony. Namo Sangaya, Namo Sangaya, Namo Sangaya. There are hundreds of ways to kneel and kiss the ground. Let us acknowledge what's real right now. There's no predicting what mental state we'll come out of sleep into. Sometimes there's a brightness to waking up. Other times it's kind of difficult. Sometimes the coming of the dawn is met with enthusiasm, even excitement, looking forward to it. Other times it can be with a certain dread. The personality may manifest in any number of ways. So we come to our sitting spot with this intention of refuge. And we discover that the body continues to breathe. And each breath has its beginning. And its beginning gives way to its rising, to its inhalation. And that gives rise to breathing out. And breathing out conditions the end of breathing. And so it is that a living organism, dancing its time under the sun, breathes in and out. And we can be clearly comprehending, why am I doing this? This is the direct way, O monks. This is the direct way, O practitioners, O seekers. For the purification of beings, for the elimination of grief, lamentation, and despair. This is the direct way. To the end of suffering. And so we dare to participate fully in life. To acknowledge the fact of being conscious, present. Allowing each breath, each thought, each mood, each perception, each memory to be as real as it is within the dream. Between breaths, there's sometimes a pause. We can simply abide in knowing or presence, awakeness. Or one can intentionally shift awareness to the hands or to the face, or to take a glimpse of mood or maybe to be aware of the entire body. In our refuges in the Buddha, the Dharma, and Sangha. There isn't one that says, I'm going to figure it all out. I'm finally going to understand how all the puzzle pieces of my life fit together. Why did this happen and why did that happen? What's going to happen in the future? Instead of this, there is this radical acceptance and radical refuge in the present moment. It is like this. We cultivate bare attention. A strategy for the hundreds of ways to kiss the ground. to be really intimate with our experience, to dare to really care about our experience now. Each breath has its beginning. Each thought has its beginning. Each sound has its beginning. Mindfulness awakens, remembers to awaken. We might be reminded of the practice of the one seat. A comfortable upright chair sits in a room with 6 walls, 6 windows. The eyes, the ears, the nose, the tongue, the feeling body, and the mind. We form the intention to stay in the seat. See if we can remain awake to and not identified with any sensed or experience. Quite an undertaking. We try to stay here in the seat and discover that we've been pulled out the window. One or the other, or all of them. We've been pulled into some trance state. A worry or a plan or a grief, an exciting possibility. And we may be well down the road. And then mindfulness somehow mysteriously winks on. And there we are immediately in our seat. It's always right here and now. in addition to mindfulness of in-breathing and out-breathing, mindfulness of the body, we have the third foundation of mindfulness, mental states. And we can notice things like, is this state expansive? Receptive, accepting? Is the state of this mind in this moment colored by love and compassion? Or is this perhaps a contracted state? A state of fear or sadness or depression? And we bring to whatever is occurring awareness, curiosity, persistence, concentration, equanimity, the willingness to experience what's actually here. We sit in the one seat, and life appears metaphorically really all around us. It actually all occurs inside us, but I take refuge in the Dharma, in the way things actually are. And so there's breathing in. And there's breathing out. With the refuges, we make a profound commitment to reality, to the shining truth of impermanence, through the radical reduction of suffering by accepting the way things actually are. And as much as anything else, we abide in love and compassion, truly beginning with this that we take to be ourselves. I aspire to love and accept myself exactly as I am in this moment. And when I'm hurting, no matter how, I aspire to hold myself in sweet compassion. And we might take a few moments to really clarify the intention. I intend to be mindful today. To imagine yourself, when it comes time, getting up from your meditation cushion consciously. To making your breakfast, to eating, to going to your computer, to getting in the car, to picking up the phone. You could create an image of yourself doing it with great love as one of the hundreds of ways, the thousands of ways to kneel and kiss the ground. On the in-breath, what is some mantra? What is some blessing prayer that you'd like to be supporting today? Perhaps it's the great I love you mantra with your name at the end. There's never too much of that. On the out-breath, think of someone that's really easy to love. Wish them well. May they love themselves and go deeply into the present moment today as well. Feel this mysterious breathing in and out. On the in-breath, may I live today as one great long sigh of gratitude. Think of a friend. May they live today with one long sigh of gratitude. And we can do it very systematically with different categories of people and beings. Or we can be rather global with, may I be deeply content and happy. May all beings receive all blessings. May all beings encounter the Dharma in forms they can metabolize and really make use of. May I be happy. May all beings be happy. And so now, please awaken, mysteriously notice the life of the whole body. Where it makes contact with the chair or the cushion, the floor. Notice the life of the hands, the life in the face, the life of the eyes, it's an everyday practice, this, re-engaging with the outer world through vision. Notice the intention to make the effort to raise the eyelids. And then operationalizing that, making it happen. And noticing how something very interesting happens. There's no seeing, and then there's blurry light, and then there's seeing. And then there's objects, and those objects are then perceived as people. And then there's the perceptions and liking and disliking, the opinions. And how is it if there's some image on this screen? Maybe it's someone you've had a bad run-in with in the past. Or maybe it's just someone who reminds you of someone you had a bad run-in in the past. And then you notice that the mind doesn't like them. I always find that so fascinating. Have an opinion for or against someone merely on a memory of someone else. Oh my. There's a lot of us to love, isn't there, and accept. There are several things in the chat. One is the poem from this morning. There are hundreds of ways to kneel and kiss the ground. And you can click in the chat there if you want to save it after we end. Also in the chat are the usual links. The link to contribute and support PIMC, the link to my retreat at Hollyhock, and there's a couple more. I forget what they are right now. So, that's all I want to say. Anything you want to say? Any discoveries? Questions? I'll be curious if I have sound. I bet I do. Not very loud. There we are. I hear a voice.
Good morning, Robert. It's Kathy. Good morning, Sangha.
Hello, Kathy.
I have a question. When you say it's like this, what does like mean? I can understand what is this. This is this. So anyway, I kind of went around on that. So I would like to hear what you have to say about it.
I think like is an unnecessary term there. It would be more accurate to say maybe nothing. maybe we should do this. It would be like it's, we've toyed with the idea of making PIMC bumper stickers, and the one that I really like the most is it's like this. This moment is like this. This is the experience of this moment. And it's a moment of contraction or expansion or mindfulness or not mindfulness or...
Yeah, but like means to me that it's something similar to, as opposed to what is. So that's why I get tripped. I love words, and so I get tripped up on words sometimes. Words mean a great deal to me. So I'm going to have to edit that myself.
How about this? This moment is exactly as it is. So wake up.
That works. It's a little long, but
right. And sometimes it feels crappy.
Yeah.
So accept it. And sometimes it feels exquisite. Mm-hmm.
Is there a reason that you don't say this is this? I mean, it is this as opposed to it's like this?
I've never thought about it. There's another set of short words with which it's a short set of short words from Nisargadatta Maharaj. The title of his book is, the title of the book that someone wrote of his teachings is, I Am That. Now, there's a very interesting book to read. It's a book written from the perspective of a fully enlightened person. It's quite a remarkable read. There's also video of him on YouTube. Nisargadatta Maharaj.
Would somebody be able to put that in the chat? Because I'm sure I won't remember the name, and I also probably won't. I'll butcher the spelling. So,
can you do that, Jim?
Sorry, I can't. My PC has been giving me trouble, so I'm on the iPad. I'm not
okay.
sure how to...
I can do it. I'll do it right now. Nisargadatta, Nisargadatta, just like it spells, just like it sounds. Maharaj, there it is.
I just have to say, this is Tanya here, that that's my first book that really tapped the mind open to a greater consciousness. It just explains consciousness so well. And I named my yoga studio after that, Yoga I Am That, after that book.
Good for you.
But that was my Bible for a really long time.
Huh. Tanya, you sound so Canadian, Tanya.
Are you just teasing me, or
no,
do you really mean it?
You sound like me. I love it. You come on and it's like, all right, there's real English.
Well, I get teased a lot with the A, that I say A continuously.
Right. You know how they named Canada? Johnny MacDonald and the guys? He came in, he went for a walk and he came in and I said, I've got it. C-A-N-A-D-A. It's all right. That's 5th grade humor. Kathy, you were going to say something before I got ridiculous. Oh, you're muted.
Yeah, sorry. I just wonder if we say it's like this because we kind of want to sidle up to it and we don't want to make a commitment to saying what it actually is. I don't know. Anyway, that's the last thing I have to say about that.
There are no words for reality. I remember I had a moment that was really powerful. I must have been 17 or so, and anyway, it doesn't matter where it was, but I was it was raining and I was in a 2nd floor apartment. I was looking out at the street, and I was very much into poetry in my teens, and I was trying to write a poem that would capture the sight of that street with the rain and the cars going by, and I was really quite perplexed and maybe even devastated because it was so clear that the words could never ever convey to another person the experience of that street, that there was no way I could do it. And it was a limitation of language that was very, very upsetting to me. And the same is true with the Dharma. We point. There's all these different ways of pointing.
Rapping?
I hear Tim.
I had this just the exact same reaction to that phrase. It's like this, and puzzled around and messed around with it in my head for a long time. And what I ended up with instead is saying, now this.
Ooh.
Now this. Because I had the same thing. The light, I stumbled on the light. It was like, no, that's not what I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
So I just cut it down to now this, for what that's worth.
Thank you.
Hey, Robert.
I hear a voice.
Robert, this is Keith.
Hello, Keith.
Hey, I just wanted to say thanks for the Nisargadatta thought. One of my all-time favorite teachers. And when I was first getting started with all this and kind of wondering what the hell's going on here, that was the first one I read that he said, you are the knower. You are the knower of this. And that really helped me to kind of, I don't know, just frame it all a little bit. So thanks for that.
Mm. Yeah.
I want to say too, when it's coming to me, when you say it's like this, not in a comparison to everyone, but for me, it really resonates because it's like this. It's not real. It's an illusion. So every time something's coming, you're really dreaming. So it's like this. You're describing the dream. And so you can let it go as much as being it is this, where it's more solid. That's just how my mind goes around it. Thank you.
Thanks, Tanya. Goodbye, Jim. You signing out? Have a lovely day, my friend.
Robert, it's B.
Hello, B.
Hello, Robert. I just wanted to point out, since we were kind of talking about wordplay a little bit, that today 12921 is a palindrome, the same backwards and forwards. And that started on 12021. Every date was a palindrome.
Huh.
And the fun thing about that is that it only happens every 1,000 years.
Whoa.
So just something to have fun with.
No kidding.
Yeah. The next one will have to be some other time. I can't figure it out, but it's 1,000 years from now.
I will probably not be here for that.
I don't think I will be either. So we're lucky we're here for this one.
I guess so. The day will be more special.
It will be.
So 12921. 129. Oh yeah. How funny is that? Who notices such things? It's amazing. Oh dear, I'm losing my mind. Well, it's lost, but I was just thinking that maybe the fact that these are palindromes are messages from Q. They probably have great meaning. I want to express my gratitude to the community, to you this morning, for your presence here and for practicing together. That this was one of those mornings when I woke up quite constricted internally. It's like, oh God. Ugh. And I feel much more light as a result of practice and our time together. It will change the day radically. Bye, Amy. I get to see my grandsons this morning for the first time in quite a while.
Hi, Robert. This is Steve.
Steve Burkhart. Hello, Steve.
How are you? I heard how you are. One of the things that we've discovered is that cortisol, which is a stress hormone, is highest for humans in the morning and peaks at about 7 a.m. if you have a regular sleep pattern.
Uh-huh.
So we notice in our morning, my wife and I, in our morning time before this meeting, that if we're going to have a little tiff, that is a good time, or the time that it's more likely to occur.
Uh-huh.
So waking up with that sense of, just that internal contraction, or I don't know how else you might describe it, but that is a chemical imbalance, or just a chemical cycle.
Uh-huh.
It's good to not take it personally for me.
Mm-hmm. Another good bumper sticker. You're not personal.
Exactly.
Don't take yourself personally. Thanks, Steve. Well, friends, anybody sitting with something you'd like to share?
Robert?
It's Karen. Hi, Karen.
Hi. Well, I just want to say I'm glad you're going to see your grandchildren today, and also that you feel better than you did this morning. I kind of sensed that maybe there was something going on with you this morning. Well, your face was really big, bigger than normal. It was closer, but
that's the camera.
Yeah, I know. But it was a little imposing at 7 in the morning. It's like, whoa. But it was nice. I just wanted to say my Alexa is going off, so I'll have to go turn it off. But I'm glad that I was wondering, are you seeing your grandchildren because you had the vaccine now and it's a little safer?
No, it's because the politics in the family make it safer.
Oh. Well, that's good too.
That's very good. It's a different kind of vaccine. Yeah.
How old are they?
3 1/4 and 1 3/4. 2 boys, wild creatures. Boy, oh boy. Kinetic. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Good.
I do have the capacity to get very big. See,
Nice.
I have an eye on you. It's my Santa look. Oh, there we go.
That, Robert,
Hi, Tim.
the cortisol thing, that's comforting to hear that, because I wake up pretty much every morning. I wake up kind of stirred up, anxiety or annoyance or something, I hardly ever wake up feeling good, and that's nice to. It feels like cortisol. It feels like cortisol, and I get up in the morning and work my way through it and whatever, and I'm fine after a little bit. But most never wake up feeling fine. That's comforting to hear that there's a chemical thing going on there.
It's one of the reasons that I have been enamored of some significant meditation practice every morning for years, because leaving the house without brushing one's teeth or leaving the house without taking responsibility for one's mind, one can be a very different person. There's this thing in the chat. Nisargadatta Maharaj. Nisargadatta. It's in the chat. I think you can scroll back up in the chat. Oh, there it is. All right. Well, shall we sing our way out of here? Let's think about the words. It's Bhavatu Sabe Mangalam. That's the traditional chant. And it's not may all beings be happy. It's may all beings receive all blessings. All blessings. The blessings of mindfulness, of compassion, of wisdom. But we do the may all beings be happy, the true happiness. So please unmute yourself if you wish, and we'll be beautifully harmonious in our chant. May all beings be happy. May all beings be happy. May all beings be happy. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Have a wonderful day and a wonderful Saturday, and I will be back here on Sunday at 10, and then once again on Monday early morning, 7 o'clock. May we be safe and remember our masks, and take care. Have a lovely day.
Hi.
Well,
Thanks for being here.
Be well, everyone.
happy Friday.
Happy birthday, Dee.
There's a birthday? Who's the birthday? Where's the birthday?
It was Dave's birthday.
The palindrome.
Birthday.
Birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Birthday to you.
Birthday, Beverly.
Birthday, dear Beatty. Birthday to you.
Oh, is it your birthday, Bea? I just finally figured it out.
Yeah, it's my birthday.
Yay!
Why I was so excited about the palindrome. Thank you, Lauren. Thank you.
Didn't know you were Beverly.
Couldn't resist.
Favorite names.
Thank you.
Hang on a minute, Beverly.
Happy birthday, Bee.
Hang on, Bea. I have an idea. If you can wait a second. I gotta find the right spot here, though. Take a moment. It will take me a moment.
So difficult. This little screen.
Where is it? Seeking. Where is it? Getting closer, I think.
Good point.
There he is now.
That's not it. Oh, come on now. Oh boy. I should have this near the top of the pile. Aha!
Ooh, it's a surprise birthday.
I know. I'm really excited.
Yeah,
Are
me
you-
too.
Are you willing to tell me what birthday it is?
Yes, I am. It's 69.
69. All right.
Aw.
Oh, you sure grew out of your baby ways. Happy birthday to you. Makes me think of the good old days. Happy birthday to you. 69 years, wish you many more. Health and wealth and friends by the score. Let's cut the cake and eat some more. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. Might be the best part of the day, who knows? Or it may just keep getting more beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah, that's sure my experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hard. The body's not what it was once, but it's also not as uptight as it was once. Yeah.
Indeed.
So
Thank
I'm
you.
glad you were born.
Thank you. Thank you to all.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Happy birthday.
Okay. Where is... I have lost Wirecast. Here it is. Okay, thank you, dear friends on YouTube and Facebook. Mwah.